Okay. Looks like we are live almost everywhere, which is what we want. So, hello, good afternoon. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Tom Madry with AS&P and NANPA, and I want to say welcome and thank you for coming out today. Thank you for participating in the NANPA showcase. Such amazing entries this year, and we're going to get right into it. So give me 1 second here. And hopefully everyone can see my screen there. Um, Later on today, we're going to have all of the winners in the top 250 up online, and I'm going to show you exactly where to go to see that. But we want to thank you first for just a really incredible year. So there were more than 3,200 entries that were submitted to this year's showcase in the 8 different categories. And as you know, this year we had additional categories of comedy and humor, and then also video. And these proved to be very popular, especially the comedy and the humor category. And I was particularly excited to see the number of entries in those areas. Now, there were 3 rounds, but many, many hours of judging. And definitely want to take a minute to thank all our judges, Mark and Gabby, Ralph Clevenger, Mo, Sebastian, Dave Showalter, and Kobe Cooper. And we have Mark, Ralph, Kobe, and Mo here, as well as the NAMPA Showcase organizer for this year, Dawn Wilson. And they're all in attendance today. So certainly thank you so much. Definitely also want to thank not only Don, but Richard and Susan, who helped so many of you with the entries as you were submitting to the program. All right. Let's go over a little bit of the timeline quickly. So today, we're going to announce those winners right here live. And later on today, right after this, we're going to be posting the pages to nampa.org with the winning images, as well as not just the top winning images, but the top 100 and the top 250. Those are all going to be online today. Now, all of the top 31 winners, that's the top images in each of the categories, will be contacted this week for their headshot and their bio, so we can feature them prominently in those winning images. And again, this week, all top 250 winners should review those winners pages at nampa.org and send any edits to showcase@nampa.org. If there's anything that's wrong with the caption or misspellings or anything else, please send that to us and we're going to get all that corrected this week. There's a lot of moving parts and a lot of pictures here, so we want to make sure that we have everything exactly the way that you want it to look. Now, later on this month, there's going to be that front page gallery at petapixel.com with the top 31 winners that are featured. And then at the very beginning of next year, we're going to get the digital and the printed version of expressions out to all the entrants and all the winners as well. So that is the rough timeline. Now, there are some great prizes for this year, but just so we remind you of what they are, each best in category winner, so 8 categories, each best in category winner is going to win $500, as well as each runner-up will win $250. And each judge's choice winner receives $150. Now, that's in addition to the social media shout outs that you'll see throughout the year, the gallery at nampa.org, and all the extra things that the winners get. Top 31 winners will be on that Petapixel gallery. They're also going to be featured in a printed gallery at the NAMPA Summit, which is occurring in Tucson next May 15th to 17th. I'm going to show you one thing over there real quick as we make some announcements on that today, and so much more. Now, this year, we have a Best in Show winner for the first time, and that Best in Show winner is drawn from the 8 category winners of the various categories. And that Best in Show winner is going to receive a 6-hour processing session with one of the world-class professionals from Munch Workshops. And thank you, Mark, for donating that.
Yep.
They're also going to receive a Summit 2025 VIP package, including Summit registration, portfolio reviews, and 3 nights at the Westin La Paloma next May. So very excited about offering that. And a $500 gift card from NANPA to be used for any regional event that we have going on in the future in 2025. And then a set of prizes from our partners and our sponsors. So just wanted to remind you of that as we go through these winners. Now, in today's live stream, we're going to be focusing on the top images in each category, but that doesn't mean that these are the only winners. As you know, we celebrate both the top 100 winners and the top 250 images that won. And I will switch over very quickly and show you that in just a few minutes after the showcase, you can go to the showcase and see all of the winners on these pages under 2025 showcase. And I mentioned something about the summit. I just wanted to say that since this is one of the prizes, if you haven't checked out nampasummit.com, you definitely should. And one thing we launched just today is the College Scholarship Program brought to you by the NAMPA Foundation. If you know anyone who is in a 2 or 4 year accredited photo program and loves nature photography, please have them apply to this. It's a great way to get them involved in this industry. So you'll be able to see all the details and all the images over at nampa.org after this live stream. So for right now, as we celebrate the top 250, this is simply in alphabetical order by first name. I'm going to go ahead and pause on these screens for just a second. These are winners of who had images in the top 250. Definitely want to congratulate them. As I mentioned, you'll be able to go to nampa.org and see which images won and all the details about them there. So we will wait just a little bit. Now, I'm not expecting you to remember all of this. There's no test at the end. This will, you can go to nampa.org here in just a few minutes and see these for yourself. So congratulations to everyone who was in the top 250. Now, as you also know, we celebrate winners from the top 100. These are winners that are outside of that the 4 best works in a category, but still had some pretty amazing work and are in the top 100. And we will again show their names right now. So congratulations to everyone who was in the top 250 and the top 100. Now, I am going to turn it over to our judges as we go through each category here. You know, the judges have been given free rein to mention any little thing that that really sets some of these images apart from anything else. And please, judges, jump in. You can unmute yourself so that I can definitely hear you. But we'll start with the conservation category. And the first judge's choice winner in the conservation category is from Shauna Hart. The second judge's choice in the conservation category is from Anar Daswani. Congratulations to both of them. The runner-up is Sarah Killingsworth. And the winner, the best in category, Elizabeth Shen. Any thoughts, judges, on this category?
Beautiful image. I think it really spoke to me about combining obviously the threat of the owl and doing it in such a way where the light on the owl looks like it's in a studio.
Yeah. So often with conservation photography, we see these images that they they document something very difficult to look at, but they're often very harsh images. Whereas this actually somehow finds this combination of beauty and danger that come together in one frame. It really makes you stop and look. And the fact that the car is approaching in the distance, it really brings home that sense of impending danger. It's a great decisive moment.
Yeah,
Thank you. And
that
yes, go ahead,
decisive
Russ.
moment is the most important thing here for me. You know, it's a term that's very old in photography about creating great images. So I think Mo is right on in saying how decisive this is.
Congratulations to all our winners in the conservation category, and again, you'll be able to see more about that and the captions and everything else over at nampa.org a little bit later today. Now, this year we had a new category, and that was video. And you'll notice that it's a top 31 and not a top 32. And one of the reasons is that here in the video category, this was our first year for video, and so we got a number of entries, but really there were three that stood out. And so there was one judge's choice awarded in this category. So the Judge's Choice Award goes to David and Sheila Glatz. You'll be able to watch these videos, by the way. They are embedded right into the page over on the winners page when that goes up in just a minute. David and Sheila also had the runner-up. And the winner in this category was Todd Gustafson's, I think it was A Leopard Story. Now, one of our judges in particular was focused on video this year, and that is NANPA's current president, Kobe Cooper. And Kobe, any thoughts on the winner in this category?
Yeah, this was a really well put together video. It all came together and worked cohesively for a really compelling story. It was a great conservation message. It was also very interesting behavior that had heretofore not really been caught on camera before. So, mix of great photography, great videography, as well as good use of music and good use of a strong central character with behavior that was unusual, really all came together to make an exciting, engaging video for the viewer. It was very well done.
Thank you, Kobe. Well, let's look at another category here, one of the most popular always. Second, I think, only to birds in general here in the NANPA Showcase is the mammals category. So our first judge's choice in this is from Zeta Quinton. Our second judge's choice from Miles Hewitt Borman. I can't wait to see some of these images in print at the NANPA Summit, you know, with the amazing tones. The runner-up in mammals category is from Elizabeth Shen. And then the best in category for mammals from Rick Beldegree. Judges, any thoughts on the mammals category this year and in any of the images we just looked at?
Yeah, I've photographed hippos in Africa before, and they're dangerous animals, unpredictable in a lot of ways. So you're always aware, or at least the guides are telling you to be aware of them when you're around them. But I just found the opportunity this photographer had to line up these hippos at this almost ground level shot, pretty exciting. And then I do appreciate the high key feel to this. I'm pretty sure the photographer decided to expose for those shadows and try and bring those out, because hippos, you know, it can be quite dark in this bright environment. And I think that was a smart move to do, because it focuses the eye on the hippos themselves. So it's really, I had a lot of fun looking at this picture.
Yeah, hippos are not easy to photograph. They're not exactly the most photogenic mammal. And to have this quality of an image or scene with that decisive moment, as Mo mentioned earlier, is one of the added elements. But I also loved it for all the reasons Ralph just mentioned, that the processing of it, the quality of the fact that all you see are their noses and eyes and ears. Those are kind of the parts of the hippo that really are interesting, the most interesting. So otherwise they can be just kind of like a big ball, but this is the character of them, and to capture those parts all together, 3 in a row, was beautiful.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, judges. All right, next category. Macro and micro and all other category, the catch-all where we see such incredible work every year. The first judge's choice is from Bruce Tobert. The next judge's choice is from Cameron Azad. The runner-up in this category is also from Bruce Tobert. And the winner, best in category, Stefan Forster. Judges, your thoughts?
I have to say that this category as a whole, for me personally, was one of my favorites in the whole competition. As you can see, the awarded imagery is really diverse, very interesting and unique behaviors. Great examples of using color and almost like graphic design and how the compositions came together for a lot of them. I especially love this category winner. It's got these beautiful lines, these beautiful shapes, this wonderful color palette, and then the behavior of the lizards is really something special to see. And I think when we think of lizards, a lot of us maybe don't naturally think of the emotive state of lizards. And here you've got sort of strength and tenderness, and also this clinging of, creating new life. So I think, to me, this image is kind of the entire package of a great wildlife image in general, but certainly a beautiful kind of macro and also other wildlife category winner.
Yeah, the fact that Stefan recognized the graphic design beauty of this scene, I really appreciate. I mean, it takes a really sharp eye to say, oh, hey, wait a minute, this is way beyond a behavior shot. And his composition, really emphasizes that.
I agree, Mo, real quick. The diversity of the images in this group was spectacular. I thought it was actually hard to decide. And then after discussions about these different various images, this one kind of just started edging out because of I think our human interest in it and what we put into it as people. But I agree that it was just a great category.
Thank you. Thank you, judges. Let's look at the next one, altered reality. Okay. First judge's choice is from Judy Rainford. might be a familiar name here. The second judge's choice is from Judy Rainford as well. Now, this is a good moment to talk about how the judges and the judging process is a blind process. They don't know, and they probably don't know even until this very moment who did what and who the artists are, because the runner-up in this category is Judy Rainford as well. So the judges independently chose 3 images there from Judy, and the winner in this category is Bob Coates with this image. Any thoughts?
Yeah, this one was maybe for me one of the more difficult ones to judge, because the criteria for judging it is certainly different than the other categories. But the concept of a photographer being allowed to be a painter is something I've always thought about, and I think many of these images demonstrate that painterly quality. Certainly, this one does, and the design is so beautiful.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, judges. Okay, next category. Our second new category, the comedy and humor category. So this had quite a number of entries, hundreds and hundreds of entries for a brand new category. Very, very happy to see that. And our first judge's choice in this category is from Barbara Fleming with that image. Our second judge's choice, Bruce Leventhal. The runner-up in this category is from Bill Clipp. And the best in category here is from Cammie. Judges.
Makes me
Your
laugh
thoughts?
again. What a great fun shot.
Yeah, I think the fact that the foot hasn't quite made contact with the turtle yet that's like so key. It's building up that emotional energy that's about to release that tension, that decisive moment. And once again, I think so often it's that period just before or just after an interaction that I think is actually what's most compelling. And there's a lot of personality represented in this moment here.
It's almost like the turtle has got his nose in the air, thinks everything's fine. Little does he know.
Thank you. Thank you, judges. Let's look at some scapes. The first judge's choice here is Mylene Myers. And the second judge's choice from Molly Isaacs. The runner-up in this category is from Patty Bachman. And the best in category for 2025 for scapes is Ginger Barger. Judges.
Yeah, it's, the tree tells you where you are, which I think was really important to me in reviewing this image. And then, I mean, weather is a landscape photographer's best friend. If there's weather, then there's a chance to create great images. And this is certainly a great example of weather, this torrential downpour. So choice of lenses, composition, exposure, everything worked here really well.
Yeah, it's a beautiful scene with the size of the tree in comparison to the storm behind it. It's a pretty vast area where this picture was taken. I'm assuming it's in the Masai Mara. And it's an area where these trees can become quite small. So to have the ability to line it up just on the horizon. So it's a beautiful silhouette profile against that storm. And the fact that it's also at early or late hour, I imagine it's sunset, um, adds the color that I think it needs to have an image taken in a place filled with wildlife of a landscape. To me was ironic and in a perfect way.
And I love too that I'm not sure, but I think this was taken with a long lens. And I love that this really shows that you can create just showstopper landscape images with a long lens. We often think you have to use those super wides, and the photographer did a really beautiful job of finding all the elements, being there at the right time, and being present, being able to pay attention to really make a beautiful image.
All right. Thank you all. Thank you all. We are quickly coming to a close. Let's look at what is always here at NANPA, the most entered category, and that is birds. The first judge's choice for this year, Yoshiki Nakamura. The second judge's choice, Marjan Desai. The runner-up in this category for 2025, Sergey Uzer. And best in category in birds for 2025, from Kevin Lohman. Take it away, judges.
Well, I just want to say
Um,
hats off to Kevin real quick, because I think we see lots and lots and lots of hummingbird images in these competitions. So it's really challenging to make a photo of hummingbirds that really stops us in our tracks. And not only did he do that, but he also did that with a wider lens, a looser composition, a much different perspective than we typically see these birds photographed. So well done, Kevin.
yeah, I agree. I love the framing of this with the plants. It definitely makes it different. I want to say something about that runner-up shot too. It was truly an amazing picture to sit and stare at and realize the moment here of the bird positioning that spiny fish to go down its throat. It was pretty amazing.
I think, Ralph, I remember the comments on this when this photographer took quite a bit of time waiting for this to happen and failed in many attempts, I recall, until finally the fish was in the right spot and he was able to capture the picture. So yeah, regarding this shot, it was hard to tell the difference, but the hummingbirds are I think the composition of the hummingbird image uh, captured kind of gave it that little extra edge in my mind. The as Mo mentioned, it's not normal. Typically, would people would focus in on those two birds and the action between them, but this includes a little bit of the background and environment also, with a little wider lens. So, and the color palette's beautiful. Just a great, well captured image.
Thank you. Now, for the first time, we'll reveal the best in show winner. Again, the best in show winner was taken from the winners of all the other categories, the best in category winners, and we're happy to say that this year the best in show winner belongs to Rick Beldegreen for his Hippo Trio, and well deserved. Judges, any final comments on this image?
Well, congratulations to Rick.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Well,
beautiful shot, and altogether it was a really great collection of images to look through, and hard to come up with these decisions because of so many good images. But as Ralph said, well done, Rick.
Well, judges want to not only thank you, but thank all of the entrants and the participants, and I hope the entrants realize just how much work these judges put into this, and the hours looking at these images, and I know they appreciate all the entries that you all submit. There's as I mentioned earlier, the pages with the 2025 winners will be going up online here very soon. But as we wrap up, any final thoughts, judges, or Dawn as our showcase coordinator? Any final thoughts for this year before we end this live stream?
So I just wanted to first thank our judges. It was amazing to work with them and the insight they provided, and just the ability to look at things in such a different way. Everybody comes from different backgrounds, and to bring all of that together to work through this process was really pretty amazing. The other thing is I want to congratulate all the winners. It's hard. Every year I've been helping with photo contests for, gosh, probably 5-6 years now, and it's a hard process. It's, I give it to the judges to kind of narrow things down, and to the photographers to look through their own collection of photos and identify the images out of thousands that they have that work for submitting into contests. So congratulations to all the winners, and keep up the great work.
Well, great. Well, with that, then I will say thank you to Dawn and our judges who were able to come out and give some of their insight today. And again, thank you to all the NANPA members who submitted work this year. Stay tuned for this to go up online, and for us to be reaching out to you. If you're in the top 31, we're going to want your headshot in your bio, as well as any other additional information. So look for an email there. And for everyone else, please do double check those pages. Make sure we get everything nailed down exactly right. That's it from us. And I want to thank everyone who joined us on LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube and another Facebook. So 4 different places we had people from all across the world. Thank you again, and we will talk to you soon.
You.
Bye.